Before the lockdown, South Africa was focused on fighting crime and corruption. That was in the news, dominated all the headlines. The National Prosecuting Authority was under pressure to reduce the backlog of cases. So how is the NPA dealing with cases, especially the investigations into state capture? Bulelwa Makeka is the NPA Head of Communications and joins us on the line. A very good morning to you. Have these cases been put on the back burner?
Good morning, Jane, and to your viewers. Which cases have been put on the back burner? State capture case?
We're wondering about the Steinhoff, the high-profile cases, the ones linked to the Guptas. Where are they? When are South Africans going to see big names in court?
Jane, I think as and when cases are ready, they will actually be enrolled in court, and we fortunately do communicate when these things happen and they go to court.
All right, South Africans are concerned that because of the actions taken by many people, police, residents under the lockdown, that this is taking precedence over these long-running cases. Is that happening?
Well, yes and no. Obviously, those are cases that are long in the process, and they are being given the attention that they require. But due to the current situation with the COVID-19 and trying to limit people coming to court as much as possible, most of the cases that are being, that were on the roll or the cases that are not related to the COVID-19 situation get postponed to future dates where, we're hoping by the time that we will be out of the lockdown period. But it does not mean that they are on the back burner. Most of them are very complex cases in any respect, and the investigations are actually longer than normal.
But why are these big cases being postponed? Shouldn't they be taking precedence? South Africans need answers now, and it makes you wonder and be worried about what those accused are doing in the meantime.
The court directions, remember, we have a situation of the COVID-19 where we're trying to limit traffic as much as possible, especially to the frontline places like court. So you would have heard that the minister issued directions about how court cases are heard, so to limit the number of people that actually have to come to court, including, the protection of the people, of the court officials. And for higher courts, then the chief justice and the judge presidents for their respective jurisdictions, they've issued directives in terms of how cases are heard. Most of them are also heard, especially the civil cases, are heard virtually. So it is not that there isn't anything happening, but because, lockdown is a situation that we are all facing in the country, the priority is really on saving lives as well and making sure that people are kept safe and they're protected.
Do you think you'll be put under pressure to offer amnesty rather than going through the entire court process, if we are in this situation and the fact that the NPA is reluctant to go to the bar, for example, to open up more to outside concerns?
I don't know. There's no mention of amnesty at all, Jane. I don't know there is nobody who's been given amnesty. Cases are actually, the rule of law is really primary in how the NPA and the entire criminal justice system operates. So there's no issue of immunity. I don't know where that emanates from.
Okay, I'm hearing about municipal malfeasance, which has been investigated. 18 cases have been finalized, 24 before the court, 25 more under investigation. Is there no sort of timeline that you can give South Africans where they might see some sort of, some sort of justice being delivered? Because this is kind of frustrating knowing that everything's been hidden under COVID-19 and we can't actually get to see something tangible.
I didn't get your question, Jane. Which cases?
I'm still trying to ascertain when we are likely to see something happen. I know everything's been put back on the back burner, but for how long? How long is this going to take?
There isn't anything put on the back burner as such. So cases...
You said delayed, rather,
the cases, as I've said, especially the complex cases that you're really concerned about, is that in the normal course of events, those are complicated cases, complex cases that usually take long anyway. So investigations, when cases are ready, there is nothing that will stop a case being enrolled. Because remember, the directions also indicate that, priority cases are being had. And you would see that on a daily basis, there are still reports from the NPA about court cases being handled in court. So there isn't a situation where things are being put on the back burner. But we, again, must face the reality that the situation is not the same. It is not normal business. It is not business as usual. We try and manage as much as possible people actually having to come to court, and where they do, the appropriate precautionary measures are put in place to make sure everybody's safety is number one. So there is no case that, as again we emphasize, the rule of law cannot be put on the back burner. But it is in the way that things will, and in fact into the future, because this virus is going to be us. We are told it's going to be with us for a while. So even in the way that we're actually doing business in terms of dealing with cases and prioritizing, deciding which are the important cases that must be, firstly, handled differently. So cases that are priority are had in any case in court, but we have a briefing to the portfolio committee tomorrow, which will actually outline how our strategic plan, basically for this year, this financial year, how we will be prioritizing cases as well in the context of the COVID-19, because as we say again, it is not business as usual, but it is not that there's anything that's being put on the back burner. It's a matter of prioritization, proper prioritization of cases.
Okay, we look forward to seeing that tomorrow. Good to talk to you. Thank you.